leading off, Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling, duo that you are going to see in a month in Barbie from Greta Gerwig, debuting the same day as Oppenheimer in theaters. They're going to be also starring together in an Ocean's 11 prequel that is, quote, an old-fashioned epic love story adventure, end quote, set during a heist on a yacht at the 1962 Monaco Grand Prix. Ricky Flex, here, I'll start here because this sounds incredible, right? Gosling, Roby, Monaco, all right, rich, lavish lifestyle, Grand Prix, 1962. So we got like a period piece going on right here. It can really capture the aesthetic. Two of the biggest stars on the planet, respectively. But why does this have to be an Ocean's 11 movie? That's what I don't get. Why can't this just be a heist movie with these two set in 1962? Like, what is the significance of having it related to the Oceans franchise? Tell me, Ricky.
Gets more people to see it.
Does it?
I think kind of what we were talking about Jack Nicholson. Not to keep throwing back to the throwback review, but
we love Nicholson.
Well, yeah, you love him. But versus that time, like an A-lister in 1889, you could draw a huge box office presence. Nowadays, it's IP. It's superheroes or IP. And Oceans is huge IP. And I think, yes, obviously Ryan Gosling, Margot Robbie, biggest stars on the planet and anything and the best looking people on the planet. But you're only going to draw so many people. If you attach that this is an Ocean's 11 prequel to it, it doesn't have to be anything related to Danny Ocean. But if you just say, oh, Ocean's 11, but it's just a heist, then it's like, oh, more people are going to go see it. That's what I think. I think it's just a money grab.
Yeah, I like, honestly, maybe it's because like Margot Robbie, she was the lead in Damien Chazelle's Babylon, and that bombs at the box office. Maybe it's not enough just to have the actor's name, but maybe we have to throw Oceans along with it. And I don't think Oceans holds that much esteem. Like, is it what? Is this Ryan Gosling? Is this Matt Damon's grandfather during the 1962 Monaco Grand Prix? Like, is it really like people are looking for that connection? I feel like if you just had like a trailer that was reminiscent of Oceans and didn't say Oceans, but the movie would do fine. Like, I don't think it's going to add another $100 million to the box office. It's not like you're slapping Marvel Studios across the goddamn like opening credits. I just don't think it's a huge deal. And I think if I'm these guys, just rely on the fact that, not the fact, the idea that Barbie's going to be a smash. You know,
yeah.
If Barbie's a smash, like people are going to see Roby and Gosling again. Everyone wants to see Ken and Barbie like share the screen again. I think that's enough rather than just saying this is an Ocean's 11 prequel. Like, okay, I could care less, but if that really like makes you happy, whatever.
Yeah, I'm in total agreement with you. But I also think you don't need it because this synopsis or this one log line is awesome. Like old-fashioned epic love story / adventure set during a heist on a yacht at the 1962 Monaco Grand Prix. 60s, great era. Great era for that coolness. Ryan Gosling, the ultimate cool guy. Imagine him in the 60s. Like, holy crap. Like, that's perfect. Imagine just him with a cigarette.
Yeah.
Like, nicely on a yacht. Yeah. And then Margot Robbie, just obviously super hot. And in the 60s, like, I don't know. Like, it's like just being next to Ryan Gosling, just automatic. It's like Clooney and Roberts in the Oceans. I just keep going with the Oceans analogy. It's the perfect log line and perfect actors attached. You really don't need Oceans attached at all to it. But again, they're greedy. That's just what Hollywood is.
Like Jay Roach is directing this. I like Jay Roach. I think he does a lot of great movies. He's really known for the early 2000s. He's okay. He's good. Ricky, he's good.
Think about it. So, all right, recently
Austin
Bombshell.
Powers. Let's talk about the early. Let's talk about.
Okay, fine. Meet the Fockers.
Meet the Parents.
Bombshell recently.
Austin Powers. Bombshell. Like he's a pretty good blockbuster director.
So like you're thinking this would probably be like old-fashioned epic love story / adventure. This doesn't really tell me a comedy, but Jay Roach is definitely comedy.
But Gosling and Roby like definitely have a comedic type of chemistry in Barbie.
Yeah.
And it's Oceans, which is really tongue-in-cheek with a lot of the dialogue.
Yeah. But like also like, yeah, I think this with Robbie and Gosling on board, it brings a sense of legitimacy versus like Jay Roach. I don't know, like early 2000s, very good, like the movies we named. But then you also have like The Campaign, You know, like you have like misses like that. And that's Will Ferrell at the helm. So I'm just
Underratedly funny though.
okay.
The
Yeah.
campaign was funny. Don't say the campaign wasn't funny. It wasn't a great movie, but it was funny.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of cringe comedy.
Okay, so this is a person that's had a hard time
Jennifer
transitioning.
Schmucks, did again too.
Okay, also underratedly funny, not a good movie, but same thing. He has a hard time, I think, translating to this new wave of Hollywood. I would say that, I actually thought Bombshell was pretty good. I only saw it once. I didn't repeat viewing, but the only time I saw it, I remember liking it. I think him with like a 1962 with like actors that can do it all with Roby and Gosling, I think he'd be fine. I'd rather see Steven Soderbergh do it, obviously.
Yes.
And Steven Soderbergh, I wish it didn't say like Ocean's prequel because like Soderbergh has done like No Sudden Move recently, pretty good flick. He's done Logan Lucky back in 2017 with very talented actors like Adam Driver, Channing Tatum, and Daniel Craig and company. And I'm just saying, let's just make another Soderbergh heist movie set in the 60s starring Roby and Gosling. Like, who doesn't want to watch that? Like, to me, like that would have been like, if it wasn't Roby and Gosling, it'd be like, okay, this is going to be on Max. Soderbergh signed the deal with HBO Max and all that stuff. That would be natural. Well, let's just have Soderbergh do it with these two, right? He's not tied down with like Magic Mike anymore. Let's just have him do another heist movie with these two. That'd be one of the best. Like that trio sounds phenomenal. They would work so well together. But I don't hate Jay Roach in this type of movie. It's not the first name you think of in 2023.
Definitely not. But Soderbergh, like, what is he up to? I feel like he always works.
I don't know what he's doing right now. Seems
He's
like a
one
Ricky
thing
Fix
upcoming.
question.
Full Circle, a TV miniseries, Max original.
Yep, he still got that deal.
I don't recognize any of the stars, but it's a botched kidnapping uncovers long-held secrets connecting multiple characters in present-day New York City. Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Soderbergh would have been great for this.
And Soderbergh also great, like on people like really connect him with the early 2000s. Same thing they do with Jay Roach. So maybe like they have a connection. Maybe they can like and have some type of relationship where they bounce ideas off one another. It just seems like they're from this. They had the most success at the same time. Is that right? Soderbergh
yeah,
and like
their
Oscar
peaks.
success. Yeah,
Their peaks. Yeah, definitely their peaks were at the same time. I would love to see Soderbergh in a producer's role.
I assume he is, right? If it's an Ocean's prequel.
I don't see it right now, but I would love that.
And also, sorry, just to wrap up the Oceans conversation, we had Oceans 8 that was just like no one gave a crap about whatsoever. And you thought it was a big deal because that was right. Oceans back, Oceans franchise. Here we go.
Sandra
All female
Bullock,
cast.
Kate Blanchett.
It performed similarly to like how Ghostbusters, had the reboot, or not the reboot, but like a legacy sequel type of one with Melissa McCarthy, Kate McKinnon, Leslie Jones, and then it bombs dramatically. And then you have the same thing with Ocean's 8. It feels like they were just one and the same. And so here, maybe it's just making it a little more smaller, making it more exotic, go to almost like that vibe of like a Knives Out that is so popular with like the destination type of place, like with Glass Onion. Maybe it's going to work a little bit better, but you would have had me even if it was take away the Ocean's release. It's still making the checkup. Okay.